black on black crime that we see here in the city dwarfs. I mean, just the black on black murders here in the state dwarfs in the last 10 years the number of blacks who were lynched the entire time of Jim Crow. But we don't care. No. I have a theory. It's called the 1 degree of Jesse Jackson. When Dr. King was killed, Jesse Jackson did all the things that Dr. King was attempting to do, but without the spiritual component. Jesse Jackson's role, in my opinion, based on what J. Edgar Hoover gave him his marching orders, Jesse Jackson, willingly or unwillingly, in my opinion, was a part of Dr. King getting killed. Was the reason why Dr. King got killed. Whether he knew about it or he was an active participant, I believe that he was part of it. Jesse's role was to remove the spiritual underpinning from the civil rights movement. Every year since Dr. King's been gone, we've been moved off center spiritually 1 degree. That's why I call it the 1 degree of Jesse Jackson. And 45 degrees, we're pointing in a total opposite direction spiritually. And that's why when I hear blacks talk about separation of church and state, I know we're doomed. Because they think that it's Barack Obama himself that brought about change. No, it was Dr. King's spiritual underpinnings. No, he wasn't a perfect man, but God has always worked through imperfect people. And we as African Americans have abandoned that spiritual underpinning, and we're just drifting. And I submit to you that we're going to be destroyed here in this country, just as Elijah Muhammad said, simply because we refuse to recognize that which brought us over. And I'm concerned, deeply concerned, but I will tell people, anyone who will listen, I returned home to Christianity about 10 years ago, left the Nation of Islam, got tired of fooling with Farrakhan. Farrakhan's position, he's no different than, he was taking all that money from Saudi Arabia and Libya. Do you ever recall reading in one of his newspapers or in the Ebony or Jet where Farrakhan sat up there with a publisher clearinghouse check saying, here's $10,000 to the black community? He's never done it. He's spending all that money on himself. I'm telling you, this is we're into some perilous time in Obama, and what he's doing there as president, he's just perpetuating more of the same.
So what is the hope? If you could identify one or two things.
The hope is, I believe I was just reading Thomas Sowell's article here, and he was saying the same thing I was saying yesterday on my program. It doesn't take everybody. It would be nice if everybody would get in for this change, but I submit to you that there's going to be a remnant of people who are going to be praying. I don't wish for Obama to be destroyed or him to be harmed personally. I want him to change his heart. His heart, he has a secular heart. One of the things, and I'm going to get to your point, but one of the things concern me and let me know that I was not wrong about Obama is that when his grandmother died, he didn't go to a funeral. In the black community, particularly your grandmother who raised you, you're going to go to Big Mama's funeral. And he doesn't have any excuse for not going. He could have jumped on that plane and flew out there. That's indicative of someone who has a calloused heart, in my opinion. But the solutions that we're going to be looking for is to see Obama change and start doing things that's looking generationally. Right now, he's paying off constituent groups of the party, and sometimes it's going to be to the detriment of the overall country's economic health, political health, and spiritual health. But I also believe that there's going to be a group of individuals who are going to stand resolute. As a matter of fact, we're meeting tomorrow here in Mississippi, a like-minded nucleus of individuals who intend to make changes in 2010. Our desire is to peacefully make changes in 2010 through the ballot box. Our founding fathers give us 3 options. They give us 3 votes in this country: the ballot box, the jury box, and the rooftop. In my position, 1 rifle, 1 rooftop. I don't want to go to the next level or the 3rd level, the 4th level, but our Declaration of Independence gives that to us. When I said that on the radio the other day, I said it on Monday, and on Tuesday I got called, Kim, you need a kill? I said, no. I said, you telling me that when I read our founding fathers documents that I'm reading some type of subversive document. I'm reading this so Obama, Haley Barbour, our governor here, and all the other politicians up and down the line, that they understand that our rights come from God. They don't come from them. And I'm more than willing. You know what? If you go down there to the funeral home, one of our local funeral homes is Collins Funeral Home. They charge you the same amount whether you die from a car accident, AIDS, or die in the fight for freedom. Same price. My kids will not be subjugated to a black king or a white king. Our founding father bequeathed to us freedoms that I intend to pass on to my kids at whatever expense. As Malcolm X says, by any means necessary.